Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today, a rather amusing one, but not an unusual one, from the New York Post. Newly elected DNC Vice Chair David Hogg using platform to solicit donations for his own PAC. Insiders say doesn't give an oink. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he just became the vice chair. And it reminds me a lot of Lindy Lee when they threw her under the bus. Of course, she was simply trying to manage the donation money and was wondering what happened to the $1.6 billion, and then they came up short by $20 million. So the DNC is completely collapsing. The establishment uniparty is collapsing, and it's all because of their own fault, really. I mean, it's being exposed, but this is what we talked about here on the BuzWeaver channel now for 4 years, and now we're seeing the conclusion to everything we were talking about. David Hogg is being a pig, according to Democrat National Committee insiders who are already slinging mud at the new party vice chairman. Barely 2 weeks into his tenure, Hogg has been leveraging DNC contact lists to blast out messages soliciting donation to his own political action committee. How about that? From which he draws more than $100,000 in compensation a year, according to Federal Election Commission records. Wow, it must be nice being on that Democrat, being in that Democrat party. For some individuals, is it not? David Hogg here. I was just elected DNC vice chair. This is a huge win for our movement to make the Democrat Party more reflective of our base, youthful, energetic, and ready to win, reads one of 8 texts he sent out to the DNC's vast database of phone numbers. Oh, man, you know what? Nothing says Democrat and what Democrats do in their strategy than this right here. This is really what it's all about. And I was trying to think of who the particular people were through the vast hordes of videos and clips and things that we often watch here on the BuzWeaver channel, and of course just on my own as well. And they were talking about when it really comes down to it, to the DNC, it's really about money and votes, getting the money and getting the votes. And it's not any huge mystery here that this is going on. But his second week, wow! And here we go from Spitfire. This should shock no one. This is the Democrat Party modus operandi. Hogg has been using a DNC resource to solicit donations to a PAC he controls and use to pay himself. Awesome. Duly elected David Hogg, as we just know here, says so. Democrat National Committee Vice Chair, gun control zealot David Hogg, I should say non-gun professional, gun professional. So here's David tweeting, follow, I would love to help more young people run for office. Though if you're interested, DM me. Huh? Okay, I see. How radical, you ask? I don't think anybody should have over $1 billion in assets. There should be 100% tax over your first $1 billion. What in the world are you talking about, David Hogg? Here's a guy taking money and soliciting for money, telling everybody how their money should be distributed. But that's almost, is he not just illustrating socialism? And of course he quotes here, I think we need to do what Australia did in regards to guns. Okay, and then of course this is what he's always said. And this was 2 years ago when he said that part here, and I think this was no, these are both here. Interesting, is it not? It's just kind of fascinating to me. And here's Lindy Lee, as I was saying here earlier.
Democratic donors, absolutely without a single exception, they are so angry and upset at the state of the party. They think the party is in complete shambles, and that's totally right. I actually had a donor call me at 3:30 a.m. just a few days ago complaining about how there's no leadership, the party is completely rudderless, and they basically elected 50% of the people who got us into this mess. I'm no longer part of that scene, but I don't know how they're going to get out of this wilderness. The leadership that they elected, they're so tone deaf. Their DNC vice chair is saying that we need to abolish ICE, that we need to defund police, and he's against the Second Amendment. The mayor.
So basically they're just repeating their same message, their same worldview, their same ideology, philosophy, and worldview. And as we say here on the BuzWeaver channel, there are two main things that the Democrat Party suffers from. One, they do not learn from their mistakes. And number two, they do not learn from their mistakes. And they will just continue doing it because they're headstrong, they're arrogant, they're elitist. And if you don't agree with them, then you have to be dismantled. And, of course, more tweets and other things here from David Hogg. But certainly we see here from Lindy Lee, former fundraiser and chair there for the DNC, and pointing out what David Hogg is doing. But this is an implosion of the Democrat Party. And I never root for people to fail or for people to fail. However, in this situation, they're bringing this on themselves, and it's their own fault for what's going on and what has happened. They spent all these last 8 years doing everything they could to destroy Donald Trump. And, nothing good is going to come of that. Nothing good usually comes from trying to destroy other people. And this party made it their mission to take down Donald Trump so that they could remain in power. So their focus, as I said here, is they don't learn from their mistakes. But really the second thing is that they do everything they can to maintain power. And this is what we've seen here. And Lindy Lee was just that perfect person to outline. I mean, what more better person could you find who knows how quickly the money disappeared and how foolishly it was used? $1.6 billion. And here's David Hogg talking about billionaires. How does David think that the DNC got their money? It's not going to be from the middle class or the people they visit on election day, the communities they go into on election day. They're not getting it from any of those people. And as we already saw when it came to when it came to Joe Biden, the big donors, the billionaires, were not going to give the $90 million unless Joe Biden was removed. And this is why we've always said here on the BuzWeaver channel, Joe Biden is an establishment uniparty surrogate president. He was installed and then he was uninstalled as the president of the United States because it was the establishment that was running our country. It was these individuals who think they know exactly what to do. They tell you what opinions and things to have. They tell you how you should live your life and how you need them to ensure that your life is exactly the way it should be, which is in their particular image. But nonetheless, it is absolutely extraordinary. So in his first 2 weeks, David Hogg, here he is, already doing his angle, right? Playing the game, doing the DNC thing. And it should come as no surprise whatsoever that this is happening. But it is a continuation of what the Democrat Party is doing. So I welcome your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section. Of course, I appreciate your likes, your shares, and your comments. Those always help out the channel here. And 2025, and of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links like Twitter or X, as it were. Go back to that often. X and other platforms, and I did include the TikTok accounts that I just now started. Things are going kind of interesting there, so we'll see how that plays out. But of course, also my affiliate links, that's Amazon as well as TrustZone, two that I really enjoy. And of course, if you do order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, by all means, use that link. It helps out the channel. But of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments help out the most. Engagement is what YouTube is trying to push here, or has for the last 2 years. So I thank all you guys for your engagement, as well as everyone across New Tech, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, for your guys' continued support. And appearing there on the screen for all of you watching on YouTube, that would be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.